Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Houston Oilers and the Orlando Wizards. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is the scene a few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Oilers and the Orlando Wizards. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who'll be calling the plays under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section where the columnist write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 14. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Stroud. Open man here. Sims complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards up, and that's a first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Here's Eckler. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And we take a look at the starting lineup defensively.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Stroud. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
On first down, Fields. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 3rd and long, Fields. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of 4th down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And this results in 6. Touchdown. 25 yards to the house. And his guys have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now heading back out there, here's the defense. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half, some of these hits we're going to see here.
Almost like they're a group of superheroes, right? Something out of a comic book. Boom, pow, biff. They are really playing well and making things happen on their side of the ball.
Taking me back to my childhood a bit.
There you go. You had a collection, didn't you?
I did. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Ready.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. He gets it to Brown, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Ready? 51. Get him. Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, Stroud. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Eckler. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. On 3rd down, Stroud, and that is incomplete.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Fields. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see some...
Ready, ready. 8, read. Good track, good track. Set, go. Flat.
Throwing on first down. Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Draw play. It's Eckler. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. He'll buy some time right, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Fields. He finds Robinson. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. To throw on 3rd down, Fields. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Eckler.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Oh, fighting off the defender. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off play action. Stroud. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Back to throw. Stroud. The throw taken in by Sims. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second down now. It's Robinson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On third down, Fields. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
You got 3 down.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And now out comes Houston, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Stroud. Well, he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Here we go, here we go. 60, orange.
On 3rd and 2, Stroud. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And Myers able to knock it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. This is caught by Robinson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start out west in the capital city of Sacramento, California, and it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Alvin Kamara, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Daniel Jones with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing. He's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Ready? 52's the mark. I got him.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And he'll find Moreau here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
You got it.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's Tressway now as he's on here to punt it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Stroud caught here by Bell. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
False start, offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. So here's the home side to take over on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We want it. Come to my work.
Looking to throw. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The tackle made by Kevin Ball. We got 4.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Fields. Catch made. It's Moreau. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range about this kick. But let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On first down, Stroud. He'll get this to Eckler. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. First down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No. And he's going to go down again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Fields. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a 2nd guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
And now out comes Houston. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matthew Ioannidis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Stroud. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stroud. This will be caught by Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. Smith has it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Myers' kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10 to 9. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? A plot twist yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Back to throw. Fields. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Check 50, check 50.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Again, it's Robinson. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Back to throw.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd down.
We got 3. We got 3. We got 3.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. who's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the home team here, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they obviously week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.